So far, the longest range e-bikes on the market are the Aniioki AQ177 and the A Pro Max, which holds the top position with 52 volts and 60 amp hour battery. These are the monsters in 20-inch tire size that deliver high power and are kings of long range, and massive wide body frames that can hold over 450 pounds and can carry a person easily. Today, I have something new and exciting to share with you. This may be a contender to rival Aniioki Reign. This is the new Wallke H6 series model, and this is the Max version. This model came only with 40 amp hour battery capacity, but you have on the website the extension kit. You can install 20 amp hour battery with a connection that goes to the main controller and extend to 60 amp hour. This is how it looks inside the frame, and install process is fast and very easy. Once you get the full kit, this will be a true contender to compete with Aniioki. The advantage here is that you can have a lighter setup for shorter rides with 20 amp hour battery and load it up to 60 amps for all day riding. This model comes with the upgraded 1000 watt rear hub motor compared to older 750 version, and there are a few other improvements on this model we'll discuss about. Let's check the frame. This new H6 Max model, it is way longer axle to axle compared to a previous model and way longer than Aniioki AQ177 and A8 Pro Max model. The bigger, wider 40 amp hour battery occupies so much more space, stretches it longer, and look at the drivetrain is pushed all the way back. Also, the frame is so much narrower compared to the Aniioki models. The new model does not have seat post suspension compared to the previous model. Another thing that I noticed handling this new model is because of the battery and the hub motor, most of the weight is in the rear section. It is so much harder to move it around and lifting by the midsection handle. Now things can change when you put the front battery, that might balance it a little bit, but still the bike is going to be way over 100 pounds, and for a smaller person it will be so much harder to lift it and move the bike around. Top speed. Cool graphics, and we have 5 levels of assist. So let's go on the 5th and see how much speed we can squeeze out of this model and how much faster, if it is faster compared to the previous older version. H6 on here, we have only 80% battery. I did yesterday 12 miles and it dropped to 55. Now I came back to 80. So let's see how much more range you get today and what's the top speed. Acceleration, it's much more powerful compared to the previous model, but it's set up to be gradual and it is super smooth. You feel a very quick ramp up, and you can see it speeds up really well. It's so comfy, very intuitive, and it feels consistent. The only problem here is that past 25 to 27 miles an hour, you pretty much ghost pedaling and you're not helping the motor. If I had a bigger chainring here, I definitely could have squeezed 2 to 3 miles higher top speed. And here I just use the throttle and it still doesn't drop much speed. It's pretty good. Range test. It was done in 2 days. First day I covered 12 miles. It was so cold, it was uncomfortable to ride. The next day was much easier to manage. Temperature in mid to high 50s. I weighed 240 pounds during the test, had some gear, winter clothing. Riding in the 5th level all the time, aggressively, speeds between 20 to 35 miles an hour. About 80% just throttle and the rest pedal assist, covering 50.3 miles in range. The city was packed, so much traffic from morning all the way till late evening. I had to stop at so many lights. If you ride outside of the city, you'll get to way higher numbers. So this is how Manhattan is pretty much every day, at any time. Rarely in the evening when it's not, busy and there's no traffic, but pretty much morning till like 5-6 p.m. it is just car into car everywhere, and you have to stop at every single light. So testing the range in the city, it's not gonna give you very accurate numbers, at least 30-40% less. But yeah, it's very congested in the city lately. Very clean handlebar, and we have less clutter here, very small console, so no more turning signals, no more mirrors. And let me show you the screen. I like the logo, and this design is very easy to read, and we have 5 levels of assist. We have here info, average, so maximum speed. We have average speed, time, and 25 miles so far. If you hold plus or minus, you have in settings. So let's go advanced settings. Let's see what we can do here. See if I can unlock more current. Alright, so I think I'm going to 20 amps. We'll see the difference on 20 amps now. After setting to 20 amps, I don't feel much difference. I checked with GPS and the maximum speed is 35 miles an hour. It actually feels a bit slower on the top speed, but on acceleration from dead stop, maybe let's say after 10 miles an hour, going into higher speed, it's maybe slightly higher torque, but overall feels the same. The hill climbing, it's really good. It is able to climb some steep hills where regular bikes can't, and other electric bikes will do it slower. In Central Park, I was able to get to the top faster than other electric bikes I recently tested. So I'm pretty happy with the performance. And this is the 40 amp hour brick. And what's important here is this is UL certified. You have the specs here, and you already know safety is the biggest thing with batteries. I love this charger. I use this type charger for different e-bikes and scooters, slightly bigger but the same form factor, the same design. I like the included fan. Here you have the specs, and it's 5 amps, so we'll get this battery charged in a little bit over 8 hours if it's empty, which is not bad. Now if you get the expansion kit, get a second charger, you'll be ready in around 8 hours and give you a full range, full capable range. So very important, battery, the charger. I like that this company is actually looking to safety. I trust this type charger, definitely much better than Aniioki, which I don't like. You always have to watch and be cautious and be ready. If anything goes wrong here, you have a little bit more safety. Much better charger. Definitely, this is the one that Aniioki should implement. I like that they're getting the UL certification ready, and they included a very nice charger. I have adjustability here in the front, and it's pretty long. Look how much you stick out, just as a reference. So this will be good for really tall guys. I'm 6'3", by the way, so I think up to 6'7" you'll be okay. And this is the seat post. Look how long it is. This is right here, the limit. Not sure if you guys can see it. I usually go much lower, about that height, almost like half in, and I'm very comfortable. I have enough to stretch my legs. And first thing that I notice, the battery. No rattle, solid. Not sure if you can grip and lift the bike by the handle, not sure how strong it is, but doesn't move compared to older last year model. The last year H6 I had to put like a little piece of rubber to remove the shake, so that's good. The welds look very well done everywhere. I checked, all the connecting joints, very nicely done. The paint, it's beautiful, like this gray, and they have this sticker type of thing, which is really nicely done, reflective. I like the logo here, and we have the same cranks. Now the difference between this model and older model is that all aluminum was looking much better. This is plastic. Nothing wrong with it, but the speed test, if you pay attention, you can see I'm ghost pedaling anything over 25 miles an hour. It's pretty much, the motor is so powerful and it's set up to deliver so much power that I'm not really helping. So even doing the test range, I feel like 85-90% was just throttle, because anything over 24-25 miles an hour, you don't really help the system. You pretty much just like ghost pedaling, pushing in the air. That's one thing. Here we have nice folding metal pedals. I like those. And we have a very nice shifter. I like this turning shifter. We have 7-speed CIS cassette, and here you can upgrade. You can put 10 or 12, have bigger gearing, and potentially remove the ghost pedaling. I think it's easier to put a bigger chain ring in the front. Look how much is stretched here in the back. And I like these arms. Look everywhere. It's very nicely welded. It looks really, really good. Off-road knobby tires, and I like this new design of the rims. The mag wheels looks so much better. You see how it's hollowed on this end, and it comes like an S. So if I go on this side, the same pattern, so they should be lighter and they look cooler. And this brakes, it's a 4-piston massive brakes. I like the design, and we have the same levers that we've seen. You see the M4X, not sure that's the brand, but really grippy. If you can see the pattern, grips so much on this disc brakes, and they're really thick. Let me show you in the front. Massive rotors. I think they're 205. yeah, actually 2 or 3, I'm not sure if you guys can see there. And look how much thicker they are. Really nice brakes. Out of the box they came out loose, so I had to like tighten them and set them. Not a big deal. Going back to the front fork, look how much travel here. Very soft in the front. We have preload adjustability and actually works. We can hear the clicks. Here we have adjustability. Also, I pushed all the way to plus, so it's much softer for me. You can see slightly oily, but you can see the levels. It's almost like 3.5–4 inches, so plenty of travel. New headlight, I was showing in the evening, the power delivery. And the only thing in the back here, these shocks are about 3/4, close to an inch they travel, but not that soft. So I assume if you put a person in the back, this will work more proper, more efficient, will be softer. But this rear rack, super sturdy. You can put here 200 pounds. Actually, you can remove the battery or put like a, you know, one of those longer basket and turn into a cargo bike. And the same as the older H6 and the same as Aniioki, the same as the AQ8 Pro Max and the AQ177. There's seat, but there's no foot pegs. I don't get that. You can get aftermarket ones that actually will clip somewhere here or bolt in here, but why they're not putting them, I don't get it. Like, you have a seat, you should have some foot pegs. I'm still testing the range. It's freaking 4 degrees, it's cold. I'm in Central Park and it shows 41 miles and 15% still left, and I decided to stop and show you guys the lights. Here is a little bit darker and you can see it hits far. If I even go, let's say, a little bit higher, you can see it reaches farther, and it's a wide spill. Not sure if camera picks up, but super bright. I like these lights. As you can see, the rear light is very bright, the brake light is even brighter. Great front and rear lights. Seen these levers before, hydraulic, you know, disc brakes, and here we have adjustability, so you can push this in and have less travel. Pretty good brakes, and here compared to the previous older model, look at the cabling. It's so much nicer done. If you look from the front, it's super clean, and here in the back, the cables are much thinner. Better organization. This cable is super long, so you can fold and lift it higher, which kind of like looks a little bit silly, but if you look here up front, the cabling much better organized. I find the wire management much better organized, much better done on this model, and it feeds the controller on the back here, back into the motor. Let's check the rear suspension, see how it does. I'm about 235 pounds with the winter clothing. Let's see now if you can see the travel, hopefully. Yeah, it's pretty soft. Now I can feel how it bottoms. So it's not much travel in the back, but definitely it's gonna be comfortable if you ride, because you have this thicker cushion. It's pretty soft. Now the travel here is maybe 3/4 inch. Close to an inch is not much. But the problem is there's no, I can put my foot here on this derailleur or rear shifter guard. There's nowhere to put your feet in the back. I can put it maybe on this axle cover, but it's not comfortable. So Wallke, why don't you guys put some rear foot pegs, like somewhere here? It'll be perfect. The bike is gonna retail for $1,900. I'm not sure it'll be any further Black Friday sales. Hopefully they are, because I like the bike. Overall, it's more polished. So some parts are removed, like the mirrors and the turning signals, but besides that, I actually like more the cleaner look. I don't really use mirrors, and I like the turning signals, so hopefully they put them back. Overall, I like the bike, so it's gonna be $1,900. I think it's a good price for the package, for all around. It is much better quality. If you get this bike at 40 miles an hour, it's gonna be so much better. But talking with so many different vendors, so many companies, so many, you know, brands coming to the market and existing ones, and they're all concerned about the laws and regulations in the US. They can't lose their license, their right to, you know, to sell this e-bike. So they try to stay class 3, 28 miles an hour, kind of like, you know, fizzled around. Okay, if you go 33, 31, 32, 30, it depends how much strength and fitness you have and how hard you can push the bike. Here, I think 32 to 35 on the throttle with 235 pounds, does pretty well. If you pedal, you have more, you know, you're in a fitness, better fitness, and you can push. You can reach 37, maybe probably 40 if you're a professional cyclist and you have more power in your legs, but you can put here 1.5 kilowatts and make it go past 40 miles an hour, but then that's what they're concerned and lose US markets. So that's the biggest concern. That's why we don't see so many more powerful bikes. Smaller brands that somehow, evade that. I don't know how they do it. I've seen the Wired, I think, has 40 miles an hour. Ristretto, who has 40 miles an hour. So I'm not sure how those companies sell e-bikes internationally and avoid this limitation, but I would like to see this on the 40 miles plus speed limit range, but this is what it is. I think even for that speed, it's pretty good. In a city, I travel between 25 to 20 miles an hour, sometimes 32, and it's perfect. You don't need more. But for those who want to do that, it's definitely having 60 amps. And I think I mentioned this in the Aniioki video. You have 60 amps here. You can swap the controller, put 1.5 or 2 kilowatt hub, and then this is going to be a beast. The frame is strong enough to withstand that. And again, you can, customize so many things. I don't like this CIS shifter, so I'll put something under. You have to just bypass the horn. You can put the horn on this side, and I think it's going to be perfect. Suspension front, it's plenty of travel, soft, no noise. I think it's better. Looks the same as the older model, but I think performs slightly better. Amazing brakes. They're kind of big and heavy, but they do, stop pretty well, have a lot of grip. Adjusting them is so easy because there's so much space between the disc and the brake pads, so easier to adjust and more room. And when you press, it's not much travel and stops on a dime. I think it's overall a very good package for $1,900. I feel like 60 amps, if you get the kit for $620, I believe, it's kind of pricey compared to other options, but hopefully they drop the price. I think the higher price is justified here. You get batteries that have met UL 2849 certification standard as confirmed by TUV Rayland in the US. System certification is still processing, can take up to 1 year. I don't need to talk about safety here again. I have not seen that coming on Aniioki models. And you get a charger that is high quality versus the Aniioki, which is pretty cheap. Nice additions are the new design rims, which look super cool, smart screen, and the Apple GPS location Find My Bike option with the app that allows e-bike riders to record and track their bike rides, navigation, and more. You get a foldable frame option that no other brands have now available in 60 amp hour battery capacity. And the bike weighs 99 pounds on 40 amp configuration, and 60 amps it will be 105 pounds. Which is lighter than both Aniioki models, which I think justifies the higher price. And keep it around $22,000, maybe $2,000 price range. I think that'll be amazing. And here, Aniioki has one battery, so you're kind of like stuck with one battery. Here, more optionality, more customization, so you can pretty much, have 20 amps go for 20 miles, right? You need like 60, 70 miles, 50 miles, put both batteries. So I feel like there's more room there to play and have different settings. So this is the review, guys. Let me know in the comments below what do you think. All the links will be down in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.